Not really that involved in week one. His total is 53.5 receiving yards. You go more or less?
Less. As bad as the Giants looked in week one, I still think they have a decent defense. In case in point, against Washington, the leading receiver was Deebo Samuel with about 77 yards. If you're getting a wide receiver involved in this game, it's going to be CeeDee Lamb, who had that big drop late in the game. I think you want to get him going. The Giants should be able to run the ball here so you can keep Dallas's offense off the field.
All right, so let's recap again. We've got Goff and the over. We've got the under on Barkley. We have the under on George Pickens. We've made those a parlay. They're on ESPN Bet Sportsbook right now at plus 541. Look for the more or less featured parlay on the homepage and in the parlay lounge. Meanwhile, we mentioned Pickens. I want to dive into that game a minute here. Giants, Cowboys. And Harry, I've been waiting all week to get you in here. I want to show a tape that Dan Orlovsky brought to the show the other day. And it was something that I hadn't really seen much coverage of. The Cowboy game was a whole week ago already. But he pointed out a few plays in which George Pickens does not appear to be giving maximum effort. You played the position. Yep. Let's roll the tape. I want you to tell us what you see. Harry.
So number one here, you're going to see George Pickens at the top of the screen. This safety is coming down to fit the run. You have an opportunity, if you're George Pickens, to earhole that guy, because every opportunity he gets to take your head off and deplete you, he's going to do it. Here's another version of it right here. Don't take plays off. Why are you letting this safety off the hook and allowing him to just take a play off? I don't like it from George Pickens. And then also, if they throw this bubble screen to a guy that's in the same receiver room as you, and you're lollygagging and not blocking for him, and he gets blowed up, I'm going to be upset if I'm any other receiver in that room. And here's this one right here. Just let me go through the motions. I'm not getting the football. Let me just jog through things. It all comes down to this, Greeny. They're trying to change the culture in Dallas. You cannot be one-dimensional in this league. Brian Schottenheimer is trying to run the football. You want to know who's a part of the run game as well? The wide receivers, when quarters coverage is there and that safety is coming down to knock that running back out, the receiver must do his job. What if that running back breaks free and your guy is the man tackling the play every time? You don't want to be that guy in the film room. For a guy to be in a contract year and to take plays off, I don't like it. I played the game with Roddy White and Julio Jones. You know what those two guys took pride in doing? Blocking damn DBs when they had the opportunity. You want to know why our receiver group was one of the most feared one in the National Football League? Because we'd knock your block off every chance we had. George Pickens, he has to have that mindset. So watching that is disappointing.
The other one, it's the blocking, and then it's the not giving effort. It's not selling out when the ball's not coming to you because you're just sort of motioning to the defense that you're not a part of it. So if you're on that team, look, we just went through this in Pittsburgh. We literally went through this. Here we are, week one. Like, what do the leaders of that team need to do?
You got to bring them to the front of the congregation. We got to have a closed meeting talk. Like, listen, you can do it or not do it, but it's going to be some consequences. And if we got to throw hands, we can throw hands. But this is not acceptable here. You might be able to get away with that somewhere else, but we're not going to tolerate it. And Shotty's going to have to back them up. You know, because this is the thing. Not only talking about the penalty that he got when he just grabbed Cooper and the Gene, down there when they were in scoring position.
Just block.
Just
block
been lazy.
The damn defender.
Right. So you got to understand it ain't always about you, right? It ain't all. This ain't the greatest show on turf where we're gonna throw the ball 50 times, right? But we need you to do your job.
It comes to two things. Number one, the word trust.
Yep.
Can I trust you, George Pickens, as a coach, as a teammate, to do your job every single play? What are you willing to sacrifice for us to be great? It's bigger than the individual.
And Greeny, when we would trade for him, I would say to him very simply, and I said to Santonio Holmes, Braylon Edwards, amongst others, like, let me give you the answers to the test. We're going to try to sign you. There's a salary cap. Every play you put on tape is a job interview. 31 other teams want to sign you. So the pen is in your hands. What do you want people to think of you?
That said, and we can put the picks up on the screen here quickly, do we think the Cowboys, there it is. Do we think the Cowboys bounce back big against a Giants team that really struggled week one?
Giants need this one too. And the Giants do have a very formidable front four, but it didn't feel that way against the Commanders. It did not feel like this is the greatest defense we've ever seen. They need to show up. And I thought the Cowboys offensive line did very well against the Eagles, even with Jalen Carter out of the game.
All right, so we see all the stars on the screen.
Oh, yeah, of course. As a receiver,
you've already beat yourself up, CD. Move on.
You good? You good? Listen, stuff like that, a game like that, drop like that, 24 hours, Unc. There's a 24-hour rule on something like that. You have a bad game, you have 24 hours to dwell on it. You watch the film, do what you need to do in the week of practice, and you go out the following week and you make up for it.
Yeah. You got to get back on the field, Ocho. It's easier said than done. You and I, we both been there.
Oh, yeah.
I cannot forget about that Sunday game until I play another game.
And you know what they need to do? I'm not sure who's calling the plays for the Cowboys.
Brian Schottenheimer called the plays, the head coach.
Schottenheimer, because of the drops, you want to get the ball to CeeDee early. And it doesn't have a little screen, a little smoke. Just let him touch it early so he gets himself in rhythm. And you know what happens to the body and your confidence when you touch the ball early, young. You lock
Give it to me early, you have me late.
But the whole game, just let me touch it.
Yeah, and so we've been there. Not to the. I haven't dropped had games where I've had multiple drops, Ocho. You know what I'm saying, like that. But I've had a game where I've had a big drop.
Yeah.
And even the next game, and it was years. It wasn't until I got back in that situation again, and I made the play that I finally felt that I had made up for what I had lost. And so it took that to be in a situation that was even bigger. AFC Championship game, 3rd and 6, lost momentum, backed up to make a play. Okay.
I'm good.
Now I felt like I've arrived.
Right.
All the Pro Bowls that I had gone through up until that point, all the All-Pro teams, it didn't ease my mind until I made a play in the moment that I was like, okay, this makes up for the can't make up for it, Ocho, but now I pushed it way down. So now it's not at the front of the load, it's way at the back. There's a lot of other things good that I can think of before I get to this one thing that I let down. Because it's tough, man. When you put the kind of time that we put in and you go through what we go through, the mental preparation, the studying, the work on the field, the work off the field to be the absolute best that you can. And the more you put into it, I promise you, Chad, I don't know what you put into or what you're invested in. If it's your marriage, if you put so much time and you love that other person and it doesn't work out, you damn right it hurts. To unravel what we put together for 10, 15, 20 years. So when you put in what I put in to be the absolute best I can be, and when I come up short, it hurt. It hurt. And the more you invest in something, the more hurt you feel from it when it doesn't go according. And so, CeeDee, I know what you're going through, bro. I absolutely 1,000% know what you're going through. But if anybody can overcome it,
it's him.
You can. Ocho, with the Super Bowl rematch of punters, Patrick Mahomes was asked how much he watched the Super Bowl on his own.
Well, first of all, let's not act like it's breaking news that Dak Prescott may show up and play well. It's the regular season. That's when he does it. He's 30-plus games over 500 as a starting quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys during the regular season. So it's no surprise that he's going to play well during the regular season. Let's not change the narrative about him. The issue with him is the postseason. From September through December, especially in November and December, that brother's gonna show up, okay? It's come January where he seems allergic to prosperity, okay? So let's get that out the way. That's number one. Number two, we've been talking about the Giants' defense. Let's understand that we anticipate they'll show up. We just expect their offense to be so putrid that ultimately the defense will lose due to exhaustion because the offense can't generate anything. And that's where the real problem lies for them. In terms of George Pickens and him being temperamental, I mean, is that breaking news? That's the problem. The Steelers didn't mind him going away because of his talent. They know that brother can ball. The question is him being temperamental and approaching the contract year. What kind of distraction is he going to be? If anything, look at what things y'all highlighted. Not hustling, not doing, not blocking, opposing cornerback, safeties, etc. Not doing his part to protect his teammates just because he's not getting the ball. They can gloss over that all they want to. It's still going to be a problem unless Dak Prescott figures that out how to fix it. Whether he does that or not, I don't know whether he will. I know he'll try, but it's not like the Giants are some legit litmus test. They can't score effectively. That's their problem. And no matter how good their defense is, it's going to ultimately wear down, and that means Dallas is going to have their way eventually as the game progresses because they don't have to worry about an opposing offense at all, and that's going to frustrate and exhaust the Giants' defense. That's what we're talking about.
Stephen A., is Brad Pitt and Damson Idris out there driving F1 in Vegas? Did somebody just wreck it to the wall and they got to go get him and save him? Why is it so loud?
They drag racing out here in the morning, bro. In the morning, they drag racing out here. I'm serious. Listen, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. What you want me to do?
Really.
I can't control that.
Right now, on morning television.
Right now, what happens in Vegas is on First Take.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, that's what's going on.
Thank you for the local flavor,
I will
Stephen
say
A.
this, Stephen A. Every time we bring up the Dallas Cowboys, do you know what I hear? Hate, hate, hate. It's like every time you're in the skit for the International Players Haters Ball when we talk about the Dallas Cowboys. Listen, whether or not Dak Prescott shows up in January doesn't matter. We're talking about if he's going to show up against the New York Giants, and I believe that he is. And we also got to think about now this moves this team to 1-1 if they win this game. You know who else is 1-1? The Washington Commanders. And so where we were sitting at the beginning of this season saying, yeah, the Dallas Cowboys going to finish third in the East no matter what, they now got a chance to fight. And so I think that this game is important for both of these teams. And for Russell Wilson, this could be the last game starting. So he does need to play well.
Cam?
So the thing about Dallas, if anybody has been overly critical about the Dallas Cowboys, it has been moi. And that's not a kiss. That is me trying to add a little sauce and flavor to the word me. Now, what I would say to this is that
Thank you.
Last week, we really saw a Dallas Cowboys team perform over than expected. And this is the thing, too. We are all still waiting to see, and everybody's waiting to crown who really won in this Micah Parsons trade. Because last week we was expecting a domination, and what we saw from the Dallas Cowboys was something 2 or 3 couple plays changed. They win that game in Philly. Now, I'm not here to say who's won it at this particular point in time. Just be careful. All I'm saying is the Dallas Cowboys still have a lot to prove, and they have an opportunity to prove even more.
I'd like to say one thing before I go to break and get in trouble. Cam, who won this trade?
Yeah.